Hey happy homemakers! Today I'm sharing 3 of my favorite cozy fall soup recipes. First off, we're going to have a loaded baked potato soup, followed by a creamy tomato basil, and finishing it off with my sweet potato black bean chili. Each recipe is a breeze to make in the Instant Pot. It's loaded with tons of hidden veggies and always leave my family asking for more. Make sure you sub if you're new, give this video a like, and let me know down in the comments which soup looks best to you. Today's video is a chili cook-off in collaboration with 5 of my blogging friends. Each one of them are sharing their favorite family chili recipe, and I cannot wait to see all of them. I will have each of the ladies linked down below. Please go check them out after you're done watching this video. Trust me when I say you do not want to miss out on these recipes. First recipe is going to be the loaded baked potato soup. This is one that my family loved. Both Marcus and my husband begged for me to make it again, and the second time I made it, my husband gorged himself silly on it. So it definitely is a family favorite. I'm just gonna gather all of my ingredients. I like to not only add a lot of potatoes, but also throw in some onions and some cauliflower because it's a great way to hide that in the soup and the kids don't even know it's there. I'm going to start out by peeling 1 medium onion, and since this is a soup that we're going to pressure cook and then cream, you don't need to finely dice it. A really rough chop is great, which is nice because I cry every single time I chop onions, so the less time I spend chopping them, the better. Once I'm finished dicing the onion, I'm just going to set the Instant Pot to the sauté setting and then add 1 tablespoon unsalted butter to the pot. Once the butter is melted and the pot is hot, I'm going to add all of the onions and saute them till they're a little brown. While the onions are cooking, I'm just going to use half of my cauliflower and just again roughly chop it up into probably 1-inch cube sizes, and then I'm going to also take my 4 medium potatoes, peel them, and also dice them into 1-inch cubes. Once my onions are looking nice and browned but not overcooked, I'm going to add in 4 to 5 cloves of garlic. And I really like having this garlic press. I use garlic a lot more often than I usually would because it is so much easier to mince garlic. For some reason, I just do not like the process of peeling and mincing the little cloves. I'm only going to saute the garlic for about 1 to 2 minutes until fragrant, and then I'm going to add in 1 quart of organic chicken stock. I'm going to season the soup with 1 teaspoon of salt and about 1/4 teaspoon of cracked black pepper. You can adjust the seasonings later to your taste. Next, I'm going to add all of the chopped veggies to the pot. Next, I'm going to put the lid on the pot, make sure that the pressure valve is set to sealed, and then I'm going to press the pressure cook button and set the cook time to 25 minutes at high pressure. Once the timer goes off, I'm just going to quick release by opening up the pressure valve carefully without burning my fingers. And while it's releasing, I'm just going to work on some toppings, which this is what makes this recipe so good. You cannot do it without the toppings. I'm just going to chop up some green onion, shred some cheddar cheese, also pour some sour cream into a bowl, and my favorite part is to slice up about half a package of bacon and fry it up till crispy. Once the pressure has completely released from the Instant Pot, I'm just going to mix things around a little bit and then take out my Immersion Blender, which this is new, but I highly recommend getting one of these if you have the Instant Pot. They go hand in hand together and make cooking such a breeze, because you don't have to worry about pouring hot liquid into a blender and dirty up more things. It's just so easy. The one I have is really inexpensive and really good. I'll have it linked down below. Once the soup is thoroughly blended, I just add 1 cup of Greek yogurt into the pot. This is a great way to cream up soups while making it healthier, and I actually really like the tangy flavor that it gives this soup. After that, I'm going to add 1/4 cup of heavy cream just to make it a little richer, which you can completely leave this out. It'll still be just as good. I'm going to quickly mix it around again with the Immersion Blender, and then it's ready to serve. final touch, I'm going to crack on a little bit more black pepper and layer on the toppings. And you do not have to do this part, but I like to pretend like it's an acai bowl or something and layer on the toppings to look really pretty. And that is it. My family loves this one so much. I'm sure it's going to be a hit with yours as well. This is actually one of the best soups I've ever had. And the best part is that with the Instant Pot and Immersion Blender, it is so easy to make. This soup is great like it is, but my husband also loves to add a slice of toasted French bread on the side. Next up is some creamy tomato basil soup, which is a longtime family favorite. What I really love about this recipe is that it's so quick and easy. It has very few ingredients, but it's also got some carrots hiding in there, and it's a recipe that my children will eat up without any fuss. I'm gonna start by chopping up an onion. Again, you can just really roughly dice this because it's just going to be blended up later on. Then I'm going to take 4 large carrots and peel them, chop off the ends, and dice them into about 2-inch pieces. I'm going to again set my Instant Pot to the sauté setting and pour in some olive oil, and when the oil is heated up, I'm going to add my potatoes and carrots, or sorry, my onions and carrots, and let them cook and brown on the outsides just a little bit before we add the rest of the ingredients. While the carrots and onions are browning, I'm going to start preparing the tomatoes. And I have some fresh tomatoes that I'm just going to pull off of the vine and core with my fancy little coring tool that I got at a kitchen store. This is great at coring tomatoes and also strawberries. It's just a really quick little tool to use. And then I'm just going to roughly chop these again by cutting them in half and then cutting each half into thirds. I'm using fresh tomatoes and I'm leaving the skins on because it's just so much healthier that way. Some recipes have you blanch and skin them first, but that's just a step I can do without, and I really don't mind having little flecks of skin in my soup. It doesn't bother my family either. But if you just want to cut back on work altogether, you can also use 3 large 28-ounce cans of peeled whole plum tomatoes, and that will work just as well. Next, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of dried basil and then a quart of chicken stock. Give it a good stir and then pop the lid on and make sure the pressure valve is sealed, and press the pressure cook button and set the cook time for 10 minutes on high pressure. At first, I found it intimidating to use the pressure cooker, but really I was just overthinking it. It's just so simple and easy to use. While the soup is cooking, I'm going to throw together some grilled cheese sandwiches, which is what we love to have with our soup. Once the soup is done, I'm just going to carefully quick release the pressure cooker and take my Immersion Blender. Again, this thing makes making these soups so easy and hassle-free. I'm just gonna blend that until everything is completely emulsified. Once that is done, I'm just going to add about half a pint to 1 pint of heavy whipping cream. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper, and as an option to make it even more delicious and rich, you can add half a cup of shredded Parmesan cheese. The last thing to do is to taste the soup and adjust the seasoning if necessary. This soup is just the perfect fall comfort food. It's great on a rainy night when you just want to be cozy inside the house. It's just really delicious, and the best part is that it is so quick and easy. The last recipe was inspired by my great grandma Stella. She has the best way of making sweet potatoes on Thanksgiving Day with bacon and brown sugar. And one time I had some leftover sweet potatoes that I decided to throw into chili, and it was the most amazing thing I'd ever had. So I'm going to be sharing that recipe with you today that I did to make it a little bit healthier, and it's all done in the Instant Pot, so it's going to be easy. First, you're just going to take, again, another medium onion, dice it. This time you want to do a fine dice because it's not going to be blended up. Next, I'm going to take 3 medium sweet potatoes, peel them, and then also give them a good medium dice. Sweet potatoes are really hard to chop, so to make it safe, I slice off the side of one and give myself a flat surface to work with. So I turn it onto that side and then I slice it and continue dicing each slice. The first thing I'm going to do is put my pressure cooker on the saute setting and just fry up the bacon until it's nice and crispy. And when it's done, I'm going to take a slotted spoon and remove it from the pan and set it aside until the chili is done. Then right in the bacon drippings, I'm going to add my onions and saute them until they're nice and golden brown. While they're cooking, I'm just going to open up all of my cans. I have a 15-ounce can of black beans, tomato sauce, canned corn, and then also some diced tomatoes. One of the great things about this recipe is that it's so fast because it uses mostly canned food, but it's also still really healthy because it's not using processed food, just canned whole ingredients. I like to rinse and drain my beans to get rid of that excess liquid that would water down my chili. And then when the onions are done, I'm going to dump everything into the pressure cooker and mix it up. To that mixture, I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon of cumin powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and about 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And then my secret ingredient, which makes this delicious, is to put about 3 tablespoons of pure maple syrup. I'm going to give that a good mix, put the lid on, and make sure the pressure valve is sealed. Then I'm going to press the pressure cook button and set the cook time for 6 minutes at high pressure. Once the timer goes off, I'm going to carefully quick release the pressure, add my bacon back to the pan, mix it up, and it's ready to serve. I don't know about you, but in my family, we love loading the toppings onto our chili. And I think that with something that is mostly canned ingredients, it's nice to add some fresh veggies to the top. So we love topping it with some cheese, a little bit of diced avocado. The more avocado, the better. A scoop of sour cream. And then one of my favorite parts to this is to add some chopped cilantro. This is a meal we love to pair with some cornbread, of course. It's absolutely delicious, and it's just a great quick meal for a busy weeknight. Anyways, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed me sharing a little bit of my kitchen that you can bring into yours. Let me know if there are any of these recipes that you plan on trying, and I hope that your family will love them just as much as I do. Once again, don't forget to check out the other chili recipes I will have listed in the description box. I cannot wait to try them, and I know you love meeting these other ladies. They're just wonderful women. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all having a wonderful fall evening, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.